Chili asked about some vids on the build so far. Basically, the main part I did is the top half with gun barrels, and I sort of started on the legs and the feet on a base. So basically this is a massive chunk of resin. Or like pins everywhere in the main body, because it comes in like 4 or 5 different parts, and since it's all pretty heavy it needs to be held together. I generally use good old nails, just cut them up with a pair of bolt cutters. I do use paper clips for small stuff, but with this big stuff, paper clips just seem to bend. So I drew out the barrels of the turbo lasers, magnetised the void shields, magnetised the top of the gun mounts, and basically used a bolt and a washer so they can be taken off. So all the rest of this is pinned and glued together, because it's basically just a massive chunk of resin. And I was going to magnetise it, but basically you're going to be using some super massive magnets that I think, and from what I saw on a YouTube video where somebody did it, basically the magnet size that you're using will just rip super glue straight out when you put 2 of the magnets together. So that's the body. You know, so the guns can be replaced, so later on if I want to I can, you know, get the different gun arms, you know, interchange it so they can move and be posed differently. I actually got the idea from a YouTube video. Somebody else had actually done this, so I thought it looked pretty good, and it seems to be working pretty well. Basically, if you're going to get one of these, get ready to cut off heaps of flash and spur. Basically huge chunks. Basically you see the center of that, basically the thickness of your thumb is some of the stuff you got to cut off. That's the crutch piece. So I'm just working on the legs, and this is an idea I got from what somebody said on the forum. Is basically they just use nails as well. Just cut them down, drilled holes right through the joints, and just stuck them in, and then just marked on the side with pencil once the position that they wanted it at, and then glued it in place. So I'm just doing that for the legs. So I'm just building one leg first, and then I'll get stuck on the other one. Some of you guys are probably going to be thinking, why do I have my toes hanging off the base, and why is the base so small? Basically because I wanted to keep a lot of the, you know, give a bit of a glimpse of some of the detail on the bottom of the feet. It's absolutely amazing, some of the detail on the toes. I'll show you one of the toes if I can find it amongst all this mess. So that's basically it so far. I'm just hoping to have at least one of the legs done today, maybe 2 if I'm lucky. Basically the tools you're going to need is a good old drill, craft knife, snips, stuff to pin with, and good old Loctite, which is like the best super glue for doing this. And that's basically the build so far.